Hey, Chin Music listeners. Welcome to episode 12 of Chin Music. I'm your host, Mitch.
And I'm also your host, TB12, because it's our 12th episode. This is Tony.
How's it going, Tony?
Yeah, baby. You see what I did there? You see what I did there? You see it?
You Patriots fan, you?
Hey. No, I'm a Bucks fan. He's the last team.
Oh, there
Did
you
you
go.
know,
Okay.
Mitchell, that I actually am number one in my fantasy league? And I'm kind of a kick 'em when they're down guy when it comes to competing. Did you know that I only have one loss on the year, so my team's obviously the number one seed. My team is nasty. So for team morale and just to drive in the nail as to how good my team really is, I actually picked up Tom Brady this week on the waiver wire.
Is he still on the waiver wire of fantasy football?
He is. Yeah, he's on my team now. So no, he's not on the waiver wire in that league.
But legitimately, like on waiver wires of leagues, he's still there?
I picked him up.
Okay.
I had to. The team needed him. As we're getting into the playoffs, close to fantasy playoffs, the team needs a boost. We're really tired all year from just absolutely hamming on dudes.
Yeah, I guess if you want that automatic zero, then go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not going to start him. We're just going to put him in there in case we need to. You know what I mean? In case maybe there's a bye week on one of my quarterbacks coming up. I'll just throw Tom in there anyways. Regardless, we're 9-1. We're going to make the playoffs.
Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways.
So what have you been up to this week, man?
Work. Preparing for this monstrosity of a Thanksgiving that we're throwing at our house. The first annual ever Legally, my house Legally Thanksgiving. So.
Nice. You going off the whole 9 yards, doing everything?
So I on my free time, I actually like to cook and smoke. A lot of meats is my thing. I love smoking meats. So last year I actually tried a smoked turkey, smoked my own turkey. I've had them before. I know what they entail, but out of every single meat, which I mean, every single meat I literally have tried to smoke, and even stuff you probably shouldn't smoke, I've smoked. And my turkey is the rank number one Legally item of choice.
Really?
That I do. So it's quite the deal, Mitchell. So I am looking forward to it. I just picked up my turkey today, sitting in the back of my vehicle because it's frozen. And it's going to take
60 degrees here in Montana today. So
yeah,
at least in Billings.
Yeah, it's fine. It'll just take some time. So I actually do have to get that after the show, though. Okay, so please don't remind me. Serious.
I won't let you forget. Don't worry.
Thanks, babe. Thank you. But no, other than that, working away. Got a shoot. Yeah, got our first hockey game tonight for kick off the season. Little men's league hockey. That's
nice.
It's the way of living. So I've been up since 5 a.m. doing drills and stretching profusely, and I got to go watch a film. So we got to make this quick. All right.
I mean, I feel like part of that's a lie, but
what do you mean?
I don't know. 5 a.m. doing drills?
I'm devoted, Mitchell.
Okay.
I've always been devoted, okay, to whatever I do. I mean, I need to watch film on our team. We play against each other every week, so I kind of know a little bit about everybody, but it's important, Mitch. Okay, this is what I live for. Please don't take this away from me. Please don't take this away from me. That's all I got, Mitch.
It's not all you got.
I know. No, but yeah, some pretty exciting things. Speaking of exciting things, what's going on with your hat today? Who is that team, and what is the significance of wearing that team?
Yes, so
this time of year.
I feel like every week is just what is Mitch's hat, and
so this week on What is Mitch's Hat? What hat is he wearing? What hat is he wearing today? Hey!
So this week, my hat is the Montana State Bobcats. It's our Christmas here in Montana. With the Cat Grizz game, the Brawl of the Wild.
Ooh, you're
And
saying it's you. Oh, hold on a sec. You're saying the Brawl of the Wild is equivalent to Christmas. Is that what I just heard you say?
that is what I heard. That is what you heard me say. It is Montana's Christmas.
Oh,
You heard it
I
here.
mean, I love Christmas, Mitchell. Are you really excited for this game? Can you tell me why you're excited about this game? Not that I'm not, but would you just elaborate? What is the significance of this? I mean, because the Grizz aren't very good this year, correct?
Oh no, they're actually really good, which sucks, but yeah.
They are,
Yeah,
but they got piss pounded early on in the year by NAU.
I know, and they've rebounded very well.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, see the buildup. We need the buildup. What do you got for us, babe?
Yeah, so this is the first game where they're both ranked within the top 5.
Oh, so they really rebounded.
Yeah, they rebounded hard. They lost that game and were like, we're not losing the rest of the year until the Cat game.
Our listeners are like, do these guys even watch sports? Like, especially this goofy guy.
But yeah, no, I mean, they rebounded 100%. It's like complete 360 of their season. Because, I mean, early on, not only did they lose to NAU, but they barely beat a Division II school.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. So everyone was like, because I'm on some Grizz Facebook groups and stuff, and it's like they were calling for the coach's head. It was like the end of the world in Grizz world. And then to their credit, they have rebounded 100%. They're, I think, actually ahead of the Bobcats right now.
As far as national rank?
Yeah. Well, they only have 1 loss.
The
Bobcats have 2.
What? Oh, okay. Wow.
I mean, the Bobcats' losses, I think, are way less than the Grizz lost to NAU. The Bobcats have lost to probably the team that's going to win the national championship in South Dakota State, and then Idaho. But for whatever reason, the 1 loss it's no big deal. But either way, both teams are in the top 5.
Let's go. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a freaking doozy, baby.
It's going to be a great game. Both teams have offensive firepower. Good defenses. I think it'll be a really good game.
Yeah. That game is for 12 o'clock tomorrow. Is that what you said? 12 o'clock tomorrow?
Noon tomorrow.
Let's go, baby.
Yes.
Ooh, I might have to cook some wings.
See, I'm going to the Billings Bobcat watch party.
Are you at the Billings Hotel?
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be sick. That thing's going to be loaded. Hopefully there's some Grizz fans there.
Nope.
No.
Nope. It's the Bobcat exclusive party. So
seems kind of prejudiced, but whatever.
It is, but I'm sure there's Grizz parties around the state too. So I'm not
Grizz parties.
I wouldn't go to one, but that's
awesome. Well, I think regardless, I always think that this is so good for the state of Montana. This, as in our interview coming up later in the episode, we talked to Toby just about kind of what this does for Montana, as a whole.
Yeah. I mean, it's the 1 week of the year where, like I had in one of my interviews on why I left, I talked to some guys. It's like, this is the 1 week where the state of Montana willfully divides itself.
All over football, baby. That's awesome.
They're either blue and gold or they're maroon and silver, and there is no in between.
I know. And it's such a big thing. Like I said, a big thing for Montana. We don't have the big D1 4 years, big teams coming in, and I hope one day that changes. I don't know how it could, but God, that would be amazing if we could establish something of that nature in the state of Montana. Because, like, dude, I've been to, probably 2 games this year, just the Cats games, and dude, like, they put on a great show. If I wanted to, and I say that, with, like, when I say show, I mean, like, it's cool to be a part of as a player, right? Yeah. Like, they got the horses on the field. They're running out with fire and shit. They got the real deal. You know what I mean? It's a hell of a program that they're doing, that they have established right now. And so it'd be really, really nice to see it just keep growing and growing and growing to where I don't know what how that could be, but
Well, now
be
hear me
sick to
out on
big
this,
time.
on
Yeah.
a sport that I think could work in Billings in particular,
Mm.
hockey, and I know you would love this.
Oh God, I love it.
But think about it. You have Calgary, you have all the teams up in Canada that are fairly close.
Pretty close, really close.
I mean, you have a lot of the Western Canadian teams.
Mm-hmm.
You have Denver. You now have Seattle. You have Vegas. Minnesota's not out of the realm.
Out of the world. Well, that's the thing. So they said this. So this is what they had came. This was what, about 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, right? All of a sudden, I hear that Billings is getting a WHL team, which would be, I think, ideal for Billings. Like, I think it'd be amazing. I think that we have the market to support it. I think it could do so much for just entertainment value, just for being a resident here,
right?
Let alone loving hockey. And I always resort back to the Bulls days, being down in the Metro when I was like 6 or 7 years old, and they had that whole lower bowl filled up for hockey games. It was sick.
Yeah.
It was totally awesome. So, but of course, they announced that deal, and then all of a sudden it wasn't going to be a WHL team. And then they got an ownership group in there that, lied about like whatever they were going to promise. One of my buddies was actually kind of one of the guys involved. And, I'd read the news article about what transpired with all that. And I feel bad because, it'd be so cool for the community, but it'd be like, my buddy kind of got burned on the deal. So I'm hoping that someday that can be a factor, because I think so on the indoor football deal, that's kind of lost its luster in regards to.
I was actually going to talk on that. I think it's going to gain it this year.
You think the Outlaws are going to be a thing again?
Well, they are a thing. One.
Well, I meant like they're a thing, but like, I mean, you think it's a big thing? Like, I mean,
I
they're
think
fun,
so. So they're on a new they're in a new league, and I think it actually may be the biggest league in the country.
No,
I think it might be for arena.
No way.
Because the original one that had like Arizona and Orlando and all that, that's kind of defunct. And so their schedule was just announced at Times Square.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's like the AFL or something like that.
Well, we're gonna have to look that up. I mean, I don't know. I hope so. That'd be sick.
No, it's going to be a lot more. I think it's going to be a better league than what they were in before, because I know that their schedule was just announced in Times Square.
That's sick. I hope so, and I hope they do something. If they do something moving forward on a bigger stage, that they do something about the turf. I remember going to games like 2 years ago and watching those guys pivot and shit with like wrinkles in the turf, and it's like, oh my god, there's an ACL waiting to happen. So
yeah, I bet you they've done something.
Yeah, well, that would be great. I hope so, Mitchell. Get me out of the house more for sure. But yeah, hockey would be amazing to have here because I love hockey.
I mean, just thinking about it, we support the Mustangs. We support the Outlaws when they're here. I mean, I know they've been hit or miss of whether they've been in Billings, but we support them when they're in town. And we support the high schools. I don't count the colleges. For some reason, there's some weird thing where we disconnect and don't support MSUB and Rocky. I don't know what that disconnect is, but there is that. So I think WHL or some sort of hockey league, because I don't know all the hockey leagues, would do really well here.
The WHL team would do awesome. And actually, as hockey transpires, that's actually slowly kind of trickling down to, not saying no disrespect to that, but that league by any means, but it's not as big as it once was. And so what an opportunity, I think that people would pack the house. There's enough people in Billings, there's enough people in Bozeman, there's enough people in surrounding areas to come around and support a freaking big time team. But just like getting a brand new rink and all that stuff, it just requires money. It's all about money, Mitchell.
Yes, it is.
It's going to be your new nickname. I think we need to do a new introduction to the show, and it's going to be like, it's Chin Music, and I'm here with Mitchell, Money Mitchell, Money Mitchell, Mitchell Money. Mitchell money, Mitchell money.
There we go. Money Mitch. Why do I
Oh,
feel like I've heard that somewhere?
I don't know. Heard what?
Money Mitch. I feel like that's a nickname for someone. I'll have to look that up.
I feel like that's your nickname. I feel like that's your nickname, Mitch. Money Mitchell coming to you live from his bedroom.
Hey, don't call me out on that.
That's mean. That's no, that sounds mean. Bro, it sounds good. Don't worry about it. All right. I'm in my office. My bedroom's down the hall. Like, it's not like we're that big time to where we gotta coming to you live from the studio in our basement.
We're not that big time yet.
Oh, dude. Well, so I mean, you gotta revert back to my predictions, revert back to everything that I enjoy about the NFL and the dagger in the heart of losing Joe Cool.
I saw that.
He gone for good.
He's gone for the year. Tore his wrist. Is that his
That's
throwing
tough,
hand?
man. I think so. Yeah, throwing hand. Yeah, it's
That's
torn.
tough.
Yeah, just saw that about 2 hours ago.
So did
That
I.
sucked. I was super juiced for that game last night too, brother. I really was.
I know.
That's we just talked about that. That even the Browns, Ravens, just that division. Those games are just fun to watch.
They're
so that
always punch in the throat. They're just hard-nosed football.
was swinging helmets at dudes. We got all that shit in that division.
Yeah. That division is hardcore.
Throwing haymakers. Yeah, it is.
You want to see a glimpse of what football in the 80s was like? Watch one of those.
Yeah, no shit. Oh, that's awesome.
You can't get away with the stuff they did in the 80s. But
yeah, they outlawed smoking. Thank God. No. Smoking cigarettes on the sidelines.
I don't know if it was just cigarettes.
Yeah. Yeah, no shit.
Let's be honest.
Huge blow for the Bengals. I mean, that pretty much...
the Browns had a huge blow too. Deshaun Watson's out for the year.
Wow. Yep, that's going to be...
He needs shoulder surgery.
Well, that division's not really up in the air anymore, is it? That's
Nope.
Baltimore's to lose now.
Unless
they're
Pittsburgh
a good team.
can pull something out of their ass. And
yeah, they're not bad. They got a good defense.
They've got a great defense. They just need to get a quarterback. Sorry, Kenny Pickett.
No, I know. It's hard to watch. Let's see. So, what does this do? My biggest first concern last night. So, my number one draft pick in my fantasy draft this year was Jamar Chase. I love taking receivers, number one. What do I do? What do I do? Right? Do I get rid of him? Do I?
Well, now here's a thought. As much as he was Joe Burrow's safety valve, because obviously he was, he's going to be even more for a backup that's not used to playing.
I'd like to think that. I really would. What about that dude last night that was getting all the catches? Like, who even is that guy? I feel like it's he's long hair white guy, like, little white guy. He was getting all the targets. Yeah. You don't even know. I don't even know. He was like a long-haired Julie Edelman style, like build and everything.
Huh.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'll probably pick him up though.
You're just loving the Bengals offense. You'll just take anyone.
Oh gosh, I don't know. Not without Joe Cool. Who knows? But anyways, tough loss for those guys. Ryan Tannehill is healthy.
But he's a healthy scratch.
He's a healthy scratch, bro. Yeah, which, I mean, I like that other dude. He freaking lets her fly. That could be the guy.
Yeah, I kind of like Will Levis. I think it was just Tannehill's time to be done.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I think Levis is a good deal. I'd like to see that team kind of make a surge here too, because they got the tools, and I love their coach. I love Ray.
And I'm sorry that AFC South is so bad.
Yeah, it's tough.
I mean,
I know.
You have Jacksonville that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
CJ Stroud in Houston is otherworldly as a quarterback, but the rest of their team's not great.
Mm-hmm.
So you can only do so much there. And then I mean, Tennessee's okay, but yeah.
Yeah, well, we shall see. Things are starting to shake and super unpredictable. I mean, these guys are like I just have no idea where it's going to go. We got a boomer of a game Monday night, Chiefs Eagles, Monday Night Football. That's going to be epic.
Go Eagles.
Yeah, I hear you. But I mean, we also have teams like the Buffalo Bills that are 5-5.
Bad.
They're 5-5.
They have the same record as the Raiders, if that tells you anything.
Ugh. We'll see. I don't know. Something's gotta. I don't know. We'll see. I can't foresee a massive uptick. I mean, they got all the talent in the world. So what they did just fire their offensive coordinator. So we'll see if something changes on that front.
Hey, you know what? I'm a firm believer, and sometimes it is just the culture. Look at the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
They fired McDaniels, the idiot.
Right. Now they're winning.
And they're 2-0. Now, I know that's against the Jets and Giants, so I'm not putting too much into that.
I know.
But
shit. Well, let's see. What else we got going? We got what about your week, Mitchell? Tell me.
Oh man, my week has been nuts.
Yeah.
So it's Brawl of the Wild.
These nuts.
Obviously. And so with that, I've been interviewing a bunch of past Bobcats.
Yeah, I saw that.
Couple past Grizz. I don't have the connections to the Grizz just because I've made it that way in my life. So
it's because I've cultivated happiness.
I've cultivated not hating myself.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
So but no, I did have a couple of Grizz on so that it wasn't so one-sided, even though it's still pretty one-sided. But no, so I've just been talking to a bunch of past Bobcats and hearing their stories, and it's been awesome. I actually have a couple more today.
Heck yeah. All right. Well, that's going to be big. That's going to be a fun game. Let's see. So on tap for this weekend in the NFL, do you like any of those games?
I'm going to be honest. I need to look them up.
Look them up. There's some more people that want to ride. Pick them up.
Because I have been so into the Bobcat and Grizzly game that I haven't looked at anything. So let's see here. Well, one thing, I'm going to give myself a little bit of a plug here and talk about the Raiders game.
Oh, weird. You're going to talk about the Raiders.
So they play the Dolphins.
This podcast is for winners, Mitch.
Hey, we're 5-5.
Yeah, we win some of the times, some of the times we don't win.
But so we play the Dolphins, and the Dolphins so far have not shown that they can win against good teams.
This is true.
And so I don't know if I'd necessarily say that the Raiders are a good team, but I think right now they're playing with lightning in a bottle, and they may be able to sneak one out in Miami there.
Oh, that could be fun.
I don't know.
I don't either.
But I have a gut feeling they've been playing really well ever since McDaniels has gotten fired. So
I think that this is their last week of believing in themselves. I think that Tyreek just rams it down their throat.
Yeah, I could see that. Honestly, I'm not even going to deny you on that one.
You had me sold on the concept, and then I got to thinking about what Monday following. That's how I'm trying to sports bet lately. That's why I lose the way that I do. I try to.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead, Mitch.
I was just saying, besides the Monday night game, which is going to be amazing, there aren't that many great games. One that's kind of intriguing to me and a guy that I believe in that a lot of people have written off, San Francisco, Tampa Bay. I love Baker.
I think I like him too. What about the Jets beating the Bills this week?
Is Zach Wilson playing?
Yeah.
Then probably not.
Yeah, Zach Wilson's a bitch. I can't stand that Zach Wilson.
If Aaron Rodgers somehow miraculously comes back early, yeah.
Yeah.
But
is there talk of that? Is there actual talk of that? Like,
he doesn't even use crutches. He's like walking around normally. I don't know what kind of voodoo doctor he went to, but that is like the quickest recovery from an ACL I've ever seen.
Gosh, I don't know. There's no way he comes back this year.
They're saying he may come back for the last few games.
That would be amazing, and I would actually tune into a Jets game if so.
Right?
Yeah.
No, I mean, and I've fallen in love with Josh Dobbs.
Yeah,
Like,
that guy
his
is.
story is so freaking cool.
Mm-hmm.
And so I kind of feel like he has made the Vikings must-see TV.
Dude, love it, love it, love it. The Vikings got a really good game this week against who do they got? Shoot, I was just looking at it. They got a no doubter
Denver.
They got Denver. That's going to be a fun one.
Denver on Sunday night.
Oh, that's Sunday Night Football. Let's go in Denver.
Yep.
Hey, I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited. Josh Dobbs is balling out, and they're letting Russ cook a little bit. He's playing better.
Ooh, speaking of cooking,
Yes.
Mitchell, I don't know that we'll be able to record an episode due to the holiday next week.
Yeah, I think we're going to need to take a break. I would agree.
Thanksgiving is right around the corner. Mitch,
Yes.
tell me what's going on at your place.
Oh, so we're going to be cooking a turkey, of course, because there's nothing better than
Tell
turkey.
you about that. I mean, unless you want to do a turducken. You know what I mean?
I mean, you could. Or, I may just drive up to Bozeman and go to Toby's house, honestly.
Yeah, that sounded like they had some good stuff going there. Smoked prime rib. Yeah.
May just have to go up to Bozeman on Thursday.
Bozo. Yeah. Hey, it's me, Mitch. Is this at the Dinges residence? Yeah. God damn.
But no, we're gonna do turkey, all the fun stuff. My brother's coming home from college, so gonna have the whole family home, and it'll be good.
All right. Yeah, good deal. That's looking forward to it. Looking forward to getting with my family too. We got the football on. You got the smoker going. I mean, life's pretty good at that point. So heck yeah, good deal. Well, got the Brawl of the Wild. Thanksgiving's coming up. We have a exceptional young man that we interviewed, Toby Dinges,
Yes.
out of Bozeman, goes to Gallatin High School. Man, he was a freaking stud to talk to. He's like
Yeah.
God, it felt like we had a good building some chemistry.
For sure, yeah, no, and it's so cool to, because a lot of times when I've done my interviews, I try to interview seniors because they're usually the most well-spoken. And so for him to be a junior and so comfortable in this situation, because it is an awkward situation.
Yeah, right. And he's just like, "What's up, boys? Toby here. Like and subscribe."
Yeah, I mean,
it's like what?
Being comfortable with someone that I know he's met you a couple times, but he's never met me.
No, yeah,
and
yeah.
He was just totally comfortable.
What a good dude, man. I know. I took a little break in between, and when I told Shelby, I said, "Shit, Toby has got it figured out a little bit." So, so that was awesome, Mitchell. Well, shoot, without further ado, unless you don't have anything more,
I don't know. Just have a great week. Great Thanksgiving, because we won't be on until after Thanksgiving. So give thanks to your family and let's have a great week.
Great, awesome. Well, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Toby Dinges, and then. What's up, everyone? This is Tony Legale, joined by my co-host Mitch. Mitch, we have a special guest on our show today, coming to you live. Toby, you're in Bozeman currently, but ladies and gentlemen, Toby Dinges.
Thank you guys for having me on the show.
Yeah, buddy, what's going on today?
Not much, just hanging out. Got the day off of school, so can't complain.
It's awesome,
Mitch. Mitch, I mean, we got to tell the listeners. I mean, tell us about Toby Dinges right here. Right,
so I'm a junior at Gallatin High School in Bozeman. I play golf and lacrosse. My goal in life is I want to go play a college sport, either be a club sport in college or go play like a collegiate golf somewhere. That's the goal for right now, but who knows, could change. And then I moved to Montana from Nebraska 7 years ago, and ever since just been able to hang out here and enjoy the lifestyle of Montana.
So my just not to that. So I was just saying the Dingus thing because how Mitch introduced you. That was about Toby Dinges, ladies and gentlemen, not
That's
Toby
an
Dinges,
outtake,
right,
guys.
Mitch? Yeah, tell us the story, Mitch.
That'll be on our blooper reel at some point.
Yeah. Mitch, we had to retake the introduction process because Mitch was coming to you live, and we had Toby Dinges on the show today, and Toby about pissed his pants laughing. That was awesome. Toby, so collegiate golf in your Gallatin High School, is that right?
Yep, Gallatin.
Yeah, so Gallatin, because that's what we were kind of talking before the show. Gallatin High School, that's a brand new high school.
Yep, 4 years. The newest Class AA school in the state.
So is this like Mitchell? You obviously knew this. I mean, this shows you how much I've been paying attention. But I mean, is this like a Bozeman Gallatin? Is it Bozeman High and Gallatin like a rivalry now? Have you guys established yourself at Gallatin High School to make it like a Senior West? Sorry, Skyview, but
yeah.
Let's get real here. Senior West rival.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I think we had the talent this year to beat Bozeman. We just got screwed for like football. We got screwed with the rain because anything happens in a rain game.
Right.
So, but we had talent from Gallatin High School. We had a kid going to Nebraska. We have a three-star quarterback. We have really good talent all across the board. So I think our school, Gallatin and Bozeman, were the two of the best schools in AA this year.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's cool to see how our school developed over 4 years to just become a powerhouse.
How is that possible? In your analysis? Because I mean, you've served the time you've served at Gallatin High School, and
it is a jail
so the
sentence,
time that
let's
you've
be
been
honest.
there,
High school's a jail sentence, guys. Sorry.
The time that you've been there, Toby, have you been there from freshman to this year to junior year the whole time?
Yeah, I have. But so my sister, she was the first graduating class out of Gallatin.
Oh, wow.
And the first year that Gallatin was a school, they were like 1-9 in football.
Oh, wow.
And then this year they were 9-2 or something like that. So it's just like a huge change in like talent. With like these past years, we've had good talent come out of our school.
Yeah.
It's just that we haven't had a record to put our name to.
So did they just break up Bozeman they just added like a district, or like, tell me about the growth. And do you think it has anything to do with everybody kind of like, I mean, I don't have any personal political problem with any of this, but like everybody's kind of transferring to Bozeman, right? Like everybody's going into Bozeman. Do you think that's the biggest part of why they're getting so much talent, or are these kids that are talented this year and growing this football program, are those kids that were picked from other programs? Like, how's it work?
So I think a lot of the kids that go to Gallatin High School and Bozeman High School a lot of the kids have came from Bozeman, which is cool to see. So we haven't had a ton of kids transfer into our district to become like, they want to go to our school because it's the best school for sport or anything. There's a lot of just local kids that are like kind of coming out of their shells and becoming an athlete kind of thing.
Really?
Yeah.
That's wild.
I think it's cool because like, if you look at like those powerhouse schools like IMG or like those schools, all those kids go into there and become a player there. But here it's like all kids from the Gallatin Valley, which I love to see, like just hometown hero kind of thing.
So is that including kids from like the Belgrade area as well?
So there's very little Belgrade kids that come to our school. It's a lot of just kids that are in our district.
That's crazy.
We have a closed enrollment. So you have to live in in the city lines and in your school district to go to that school.
Very cool.
Yeah, and Belgrade has its own AA school.
Yep.
Oh, so Belgrade is 2A now.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Did
So
not know
there's
that either.
three AA schools in the Gallatin Valley, which is cool to see.
I got to get with the times. Tobe. Well, Toby, you told us a little bit about your aspirations. You're for sure 100% dead set on wanting to pursue golf collegiately. Is that's what you're thinking?
I mean, if I can go compete at that next level, I'd love to go.
Yeah. What? Tell us a little bit about kind of what your season this year compared to last year, and like what you had accomplished this year, Toby. That is different from last year.
So last year I had a rough year. I started out on JV. I missed my varsity spot by one stroke, and I kind of had all my mental game was kind of gone. I was like, you know what? I'm not a good enough golfer to be on this course. Like I don't deserve. Like I need to like all this. And then like I talked to my mom, and she was like, you know what? You're good. Just like you're gonna go play golf, and you're gonna enjoy it, and just go have fun.
Yeah.
So last year I took all my mental state and I was like, you know what? I just got to be positive. So when I was positive, it helped my game tremendously. And from the end of the season to the start of the season last year, I like changed by 10 strokes, and I was just thrilled.
Wow.
I was happy. And then this year I was the third spot on varsity, and in our first tournament I went 79-77. And for me, that was like
It's huge.
I was playing really good. I was playing good.
It's a good day.
And then throughout the middle of the season, I was kind of up and down, up and down. And then state rolled around. I was like, you know what? Let's just go have fun. I was listening to the Spittin' Chicklets podcast on the warm-up tee. I was just getting going. And then
Mitchell, you got to get on board, bud. Me and Tobe are taking in Spittin' Chicklets every week, baby. I mean,
I was just having fun with it. And then I go out and I shoot a 78, and I'm just like, you know what? That wasn't bad. That was fine. Like, let's go. Then the next day, I do the same routine, Spittin' Chicklets, and I'm just going. I shoot a 75, and I place top 10 at state, which I got all conference and all state, and then all academic for golf this year.
That's awesome.
I was just thrilled.
Dude, that's so good. And I think that's not to deep dive into some other show. I mean, but I listen to a ton of that as well. And like one of the biggest things, and I'm happy that you do, because one of the biggest thing I notice, like, you know, like when they have these young superstars on, right? Like Cole Caulfield and like some of these guys that are, you know, just up and coming. I mean, they remind me of just like, you know, kids that are just like having fun. Right. And like they just keep it simple and yeah, that's exactly how you sound. So, I mean, that's just, you know, if you just mentally take that approach to just like, oh yeah, I really like doing this. And it's just amazing how much stress is off your shoulders in clutch situations.
Yeah, totally. And like what I saw this year was like, when I thought like golf is 90% mental and 10% physical. And that like the 3 inches between your like brain right here, hardest part of the game. It sucks, but you'll never get over it.
Heck yeah.
But you just got to find ways to overcome it.
That's awesome. Heck yeah. Toby, that's good stuff, brother. That will help you with everything moving forward. So
definitely.
Good. Mitch, what's your take on Toby thus far? I mean, we've dived in. He's told us his accomplishments here. What do you got for us, babe?
For sure. So, I mean, Toby, first off, to do as well as you did as a junior is awesome. So congrats on that. And I hope your senior year is even better. But I just want to know, you know, what got you started into golf and what really made you like fall in love with it to the point that you want to play collegiately?
So it all goes back to my mom. So she played collegiate golf at the University of Wyoming. So she's always been like a role model to me. I've always looked up to her, and she's the biggest part of like, I think if I could say one thing to any like young junior player of any sport, if your parents want you to do it and like force you to do it, you won't love it. So like my mom looked at me and she goes, if you want to play, great. If you don't, great. And I was like, know what? That's fun. Like I'll go play.
Yeah.
So then I've like fell in love and I just keep on playing. And it's like a way to just get out of my element and enjoy the outdoors, enjoy the course. So I owe it all to my mom. Like, she's been my role model for the game of golf.
That's awesome.
That's so cool. I love it when players, take it back to family. I think that is the coolest thing ever, and it's so cool that you have that connection with your mom.
Yep, for
Absolutely.
sure. She's the best.
She sure is, man. Yeah. How's everything else going? Yeah, keeping grades good. Obviously, you're all academic. You're like, yeah. Next question. Yeah.
I mean, so
Yeah.
I've
Did you
I've
not
always
hear what I said?
I've always liked like academics over my sport kind of thing.
Hmm.
So I've always strived to be a better student than I am like an athlete, because in any way in life, like when I want to go to college, I want to have good grades so I can get into these bigger schools or schools that I enjoy, kind of thing.
That's awesome, Mitchell.
That's
I
really
wish I
cool.
had taken that approach.
Same, dude.
Instead, I'm
I
just a
barely
washed up.
skated by in high school, so yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. So Toby, is there any school in particular, like, and I don't know if you're currently doing this, but like you envision yourself at, or is there a school that you kind of got it on your vision board, sort of say mentally? Is there any school right now like that for you?
So I mean, I'm still a junior and I don't know like exactly where I want to go, but I mean, going back to like where my mom played, like at Wyoming, like I think that would be amazing. Like that'd be the dream if I could go play at Wyoming, like where my mom played. But right now I don't have anything in mind for like to go to school to go play golf. But if I were to just go to school, I've always looked at like Oklahoma State. I went to a golf camp down there, and like the golf
Oh,
history there is
Ooh.
insane with like Victor Hovland and Ricky Fowler.
oh
Like
yeah.
Oh yeah.
it's just unbelievable, like,
So
down
tell us
there.
about that. Yeah, how was that? I mean, a lot. I'm sure top talent in the country.
So, it was just a camp, and, I mean, it was unreal. Like, the facilities were super nice, like, I met the coach that coached Ricky Fowler, and I was like, "That's
Wow.
pretty cool just to, like, be in the presence of a dude that, like, has been with a tour pro like that, who's so well known."
Right.
But just I think Oklahoma State is like the dream school with the history there. And I met some great friends down there too. So
Dang.
That's
That's
amazing. That's
awesome.
big time.
yeah. So I didn't that was just a cool little camp to go to, and I played pretty well there. So maybe we'll see, hopefully. But
Yeah. Yeah,
won't happen.
if you were, so I mean, are those more like showcases, or is it just like instructional? Like, I'm sure a little bit of everything. If
So
that,
Sorry,
that
baseball
was
mind.
more
yeah, right.
that was more just like a camp that you went to that you paid for, and that was like just kind of a good one to get your name like not out there, but just like go see,
Yeah,
like, that you went to a camp like that kind of
yeah,
thing.
that's big. That's so cool.
That's awesome, man.
But back to the schools, I mean, the main schools I want to go to are South Dakota State, Wyoming, or Oklahoma State. Those are like the top three right now for me.
That's awesome.
That's so cool. For sure. So one of my questions is kind of more fun. You obviously have played a lot of golf around the state of
Mhm.
Montana. Where's the your favorite course and the most challenging course in the state?
Ooh, so for me, I was very fortunate with um, some connections through my dad while also placing top 10 at state. I was able to go play Rock Creek Cattle Company, and then I was able to play Stock Farm,
Hmm.
which both those courses are the one and two best courses in the state.
Dang.
So it was just unreal to be at both. Like being able to just see the like facilities and the members and the course, the greens and the fairways, and like it felt like you were in like a really, really nice place where it's sunny year round, but we're in Montana.
Right.
Um,
Talk
but
about a getaway then, huh?
oh, exactly. Yeah,
That's
it
awesome.
was. And then for worst course in the state, I don't have a worst, but the one that kind of I choose that I'd rather not play is like Cottonwood. I've never
Mm.
been able to pick a good round there, or like I just don't have the confidence at that course.
There
That's
you
just
But
go.
Just living rent free in your mind.
Oh, it's awful. And we
Oh,
played there for divisionals. So like I'm on the
oh.
first tee and I'm like, this is gonna be a long day. But
I didn't even just walked up to the tee box. You're beat. I
Just
get it, man.
defeated.
yeah.
Yeah. Shoot. What? Yeah. So shoot. So I'll ask you this, and I before we get into the fun stuff, so like, let's say I'm a coach for or I'm a scout or recruiter for one of those schools. So Oklahoma State, I'm the guy, right? So like, why would I want to, other than your ability golf? Why? Tell me something a little bit different as to your ability, as to why I'd want to have you a part of my program.
Yep. So this year was a proving point for me. My attitude stayed level the whole time. I never got up, I never got down. I stayed pretty level the whole time. And I like to think of myself as a player that's easy to talk to and that can make friends easily. So throughout this year, I was able to make friends with every kid I played with, and those connections I still have. And like, I'm gonna hang out with one of those kids that I met from the golf tonight at the football game because I like connected with him and I like
Right.
knew who he was.
Yeah.
So I think my ability to like connect with people along with talk to people is like very helpful for me. And then I have a strong work ethic with like school and sports. Like if I want to get better, I will go out and practice, or I'll study, or I'll try my best to figure out how to be a better person, a better player when it comes to what I put my mind to.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Well, shoot, that sounds like a pretty good recipe to me, my friend.
Yeah, it does.
Well, Mitch, I gotta ask, what's the score of the Cat Grizz game this weekend?
Oh man, I knew you were gonna bring up the cat grizz with me wearing a cat hat. I don't know. I'm hoping it's kind of a blowout. I'm hoping like 40-21 Bobcats.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a lot closer than we think it's gonna be though. But
Oh,
the cats are gonna pull it out.
like 27-24.
It's gonna come down to a one score game.
I think you're gonna need to score more points than 27 though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it'll be closer to 40, but I think it'll be a close game. I'm hoping it's not, but I think it will be.
Yeah, in Missoula, that is going to be epic. Mitchell, what time does that game start?
That game starts at noon.
Noon.
Yep, but the watch party here in Billings starts at 11.
Where's that at?
It's at the Billings Hotel.
Nice. They do that big thing there, don't they? They do that big. Okay, yeah. So every time. So I actually know Toby. This is how I know Toby, through my wife. So every time that we were able to go to a Cats game, Toby's folks have a super cool tailgate outside of just the main entrance of the stadium there, and so that's how awesome. Me and Toby actually met. So then we got to talking last time I was at the Cats game about he just had to return from state golf, and I was like, and we just kind of started doing our thing, Mitchell, and so I was like, shoot, man, let's get you on. It'll be fun.
This has been awesome.
Heck yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
Heck yeah. So outside of golf, is that your only sport that you're playing?
Golf and lacrosse.
Golf and lacrosse. Okay. So
how
lacrosse,
did those two mix?
Yeah, right. Yeah. A lot of hand-eye for both of them, at least. So that's cool. Exactly. Lacrosse is like, I would love to be a part of it because it's like hockey, like to a certain extent.
It really is.
Yeah.
And it's crazy for us. So Bozeman lacrosse has won 6 years in a row for the state of Montana.
Wow.
For high school lacrosse, and I've been able to be a part of 2 of those. So
sweet.
My goal is I want to keep it going for all 4 years. So
yeah.
I'm excited for this upcoming season.
So what is the season? Like when is it take place?
It's a spring season.
Spring season. Okay. So it's like right there, right at the beginning.
Yep.
Dang, that's awesome. So and what's the schedule look like if I'm a player? Like,
so it's for Bozeman lacrosse, we have our coaching staff is amazing. We have two D1 lacrosse players that are our assistant coaches, and our head coach is the head sheriff of the Gallatin County.
All right.
But
so no nonsense is what Toby. I'm hearing.
No, none at all. But it's cool with these coaches, like they're able to teach us up from where they were going into college or where they were in college. So their IQ for the game's through the roof. But you practice, last year it was 5 days a week, and then you had a game every weekend and then sometime weekdays.
So when is that, like, and you feel that program, obviously it's developing and growing in the state. What would you say the biggest, like, state for lacrosse would be currently?
So for lacrosse, it's an East Coast sport.
Yeah.
So if you go there, it's Maryland, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, like Rhode Island, all those states are the powerhouse lacrosse like resources.
Yeah.
So if you go east of the Mississippi, you're gonna find a good lacrosse player.
Yeah.
So
that's where it's at, huh? Because I always wondered about that, because I know baseball is like, Arizona, Texas, and football is, Texas and South
Florida,
and, Florida, all those places, and then hockey's, Minnesota, but lacrosse, the East Coast, Maine, Maryland, that area.
Exactly. Yep.
That's awesome. So what have, how is that? When did you start playing lacrosse?
So I started playing lacrosse probably 6 years ago or so.
Okay, so you were like middle school?
Yep, middle school.
Dang.
So it was kind of coming from Nebraska. Obviously, there was no lacrosse there. It was all baseball. Yeah. Then I came back here, and they were like, "You should pick up a stick." And I was like, we'll do it. So I played for a little bit, and I was like, "Oh, this is kind of fun." So I kept on playing. And then I was like, you know what? I'm pretty solid. So, like,
that's awesome.
My freshman summer, I went to Jacksonville, Florida, for a lacrosse recruiting kind of camp, and it's kind of like the movies. It's like bigger, stronger, faster. Oh. I was like, I don't belong here. Like those kids are really good.
Dang.
And then I was like, I'll stick to Montana lacrosse. So
that's pretty awesome.
That is awesome.
Like that in the sense of whether, and to have that kind of humility about it is pretty impressive too. And, what's really cool, and how I kind of view this as any opportunity that we have in Montana to play sports is kind of limited based off of the weather and everything of that nature. So oftentimes, it falls on the parent, right? Which all three of us here have a good set of parents that give us the opportunity. Pretty dang cool that you're able to get that opportunity to go and just go to those things, right?
Yeah,
go to
for
Oklahoma State and go to lacrosse camp and all that stuff. It's quite the deal.
Yeah. And I owe it to my parents, because I played for a club team out of Utah, which was a good team, but we had to travel down there to play, because there's the competition in Montana is nowhere near the bigger cities or the bigger places where it's more well known. So that's the thing we struggle with in Montana. Any athlete, with recruiting, with playing and stuff, is we're so limited to what we have. If you look at a lot of the football recruits, they go to Montana or they go to Montana State. They stay in the state.
Oh yeah.
Where a lot of Texas kids go to Michigan, Rutgers, powerhouse schools.
Right.
Where they know they're good there, but we just don't have the competition like those big states do.
Right. Of course. Yeah.
Sure.
Mitchell, what do you got going over there?
Not much. I had a voicemail. Sorry.
Oh, it's that's your cue, Mitch.
Yeah. No, sorry.
Oh, good. Yeah. So, Tobe, thank you for just taking the time with us. What else outside of school you're interested in? I mean, do you have? I mean, are you?
Do you have
What
the
do you?
time? That's
Yeah,
the
what do you have the
best
time?
question.
Yeah.
So right now is kind of like my grace period where I don't have too much going on, but I gotta stay in shape. So I've been working out. I've been
Yeah.
just kind of staying on top of school, and that's as much as I can do right now, honestly, with how the weather's gonna get and what's been going
True.
on, really.
Heck
So
yeah! And you said you're going to check out. So tonight is the Montana AA State Championship.
yep, it's Glacier versus Bozeman. So who it I think it's gonna go to Glacier. Glacier is a tough team. They showed it
Mm-hmm.
beating Gallatin. They their wide receivers are all like 6'3", 190, just
Mm-hmm.
powerhouses, and they can run. So it's gonna be a good game, but I think it's got to go to the Glacier boys.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're rooting for those guys anyways, right? You Bozeman, get those
I
guys
mean,
out of here.
it's hard because I have really good buddies on
Oh,
the Bozeman team.
oh nice.
So it's
Nice.
hard, but it's
Yeah.
like, I hope Glacier beats them, but I wouldn't be terribly upset if Bozeman somehow finds a way to win.
Right.
No doubt. That's
Just wear that
awesome.
Raptor golf sweatshirt and you'll be all right.
Exactly.
Let's go. Toby, we got Thanksgiving coming up. What are you most excited about Thanksgiving?
Just giving thanks to the family and the friends that I have, and then just being able to just enjoy what we have in Montana
Yeah.
is like a beautiful scenery, and then just honestly the food too.
Yeah. Do you guys do anything special or anything like that?
We always double down. We do a prime rib and a turkey.
Oh, let's
So
go.
Now that's
so
Are you
nice.
smoking those turkeys in prime rib or?
so we're gonna smoke the prime rib, and then we're gonna deep fry the turkey.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
It's a party at
nice.
the Dinges household.
At the Dingus household, baby. Oh, you got to throw that jab in, Mitchell. Yeah.
I'm never
Well,
gonna
that's
live that
awesome.
one down.
Oh, that's pretty good. That was awesome. I think the look
Most
on your
people
face is
don't.
even better. Hey, so Mitchell, you got anything for Toby?
Man, just keep being awesome. I mean, I love, your mindset of I was a top 10 this year. I'm going to come back next year and be even better. I love that. I think you are. I think you're on the right steps, and just keep being you and keep living the dream, man. I think it's great that you love what you're doing, and I think it's great.
Heck yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Shoot. Yeah. And Toby, thanks for sharing some stuff about yourself, and thanks for coming on our show as we look to grow and develop, and always
Yes, thank you.
want to give more opportunity for you, man. And it's just a different take on you instead of just your ability to strike the golf ball.
Well, thank you guys. It's cool to like see you guys like going out there and like trying to grow you get like your podcast and
Yeah.
your business like in Montana, which is cool because there's not many other people doing it, and
Yeah.
it's cool to see like new people doing it.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah,
Well,
it's awesome. Thank you.
yeah, buddy. Yeah, it's a work in progress. We just, like I said, want to give more opportunity to everybody, want to get it out there. And obviously with our show, we, have zero analytics to back up most of our thoughts, but it's more so just, eye test stuff.
Eye test and emotion. That's what we run on.
That's right, baby. That's all we got for you. So good deal, Toby. Thank you for joining us, and best of luck on your endeavors and whatever you put your heart to. It sounds like you'll have an easy time accomplishing it, my friend. So thank you for coming on.
Yes, thanks
Sounds
so
good.
much, Toby,
Thank
man.
you.
You bet, buddy.